Hello! So what I would like to talk to you about today is a video that was released by the EU trying to promote science to girls and young women and trying to encourage more women to be in the sciences. It's called Science, It's a Girl Thing, and it's pretty heinous. If you haven't seen it, go watch it now. There's a link in the description. It's only like a minute long. So go watch it if you haven't seen it, and then come back. Alright, are you back? Cool. Are you a little bit enraged? Cool, me too. So there are lots of different things that I could comment on in this video. There are a lot of things that are wrong with it. I could talk about how it's massive gender stereotyping. I could talk about how it assumes that the only way to get a girl interested in something is to cloak it in pink and makeup and heels and cute boys. I could say lots of things like that, but what I actually want to do is talk about how I think the entire premise of this video is incorrect. This video works on the premise that girls aren't interested in science and we need to convince them that science is interesting and cool and fun. That's the premise of this video, and that's the premise of the campaign. Which actually, to be fair, if you go to the website of the campaign, it's not entirely as bad as this video, but it's what they choose to spearhead it with, and so I'm still pretty disappointed in it. But anyways, that's the entire premise of this campaign, is trying to get girls interested in science. But what I would argue is that that's not what we need to be doing. We don't need to be convincing girls to like science. Because girls already like science. There are already lots of girls, I think, who from a young age are curious about the world and are interested in science. What we need to be doing is telling girls that it's okay to like science. We don't need to convince them to like it. We need to tell the ones who do like it that that's okay. Because I think that's the real problem here. Because if you look at top science, most of the people who are holding high academic positions are men. And if you look at science classes and the things that we are taught in schools and the things that we read about, all of the people we talk about, almost all of them, are men. And I don't think that's because girls don't like science. I think it's because girls aren't encouraged to pursue science if they enjoy it, and they face a lot of roadblocks to doing that. And I think still the commission needs to look at sort of power structures within academic communities and look at things from that angle and make sure that they're not putting up barriers against women to succeed in science. But like another one of the things that they really should be doing is just trying to show girls that it's okay to be a woman in science. And this video, I don't think, is a good way to do that. And just the whole title of it bothers me. It's Science, It's a Girl Thing. I would argue that science isn't a girl thing. For one, that assumes that there are girl things and boy things, which is an idea that I dislike in general, that you can categorize things as girl things and boy things. Science is an everyone thing, and it always has been, which is what this video doesn't show at all. It's acting like the idea that women can be in science and can enjoy science and can succeed in science is a new thing, and it's not. Girls have been doing science for like 3,000 years. They have been, and they've been doing really, really incredible things. We just don't talk about them very much. And I think that if we want more girls to be in science, one of the key things that we're going to need to do is celebrate more historic female scientists. We need to show girls that, yeah, girls can do science, and girls have done amazing things in science. To their credit, the website for this Science Is a Girl Thing campaign does have profiles of women in science, but they're all just like current people, and they're all fairly obscure. I think what we need to be doing is showing girls profiles of historic women in science and the amazing things that they've done. I'm gonna link to a really cool Tumblr. It's called sciencechicks.tumblr.com, but it basically just profiles a lot of really fascinating women in science. Most of them are from like the 17, 18, 1900s, but there's some really, really incredible people and really incredible things that they've done. And they're not well known, and I think part of it is because they are women. Like, for example, I think, well, this might be a bias of me because I'm a biochemistry student, so I know who Watson and Crick are. But I think a lot of people, if you say the name Watson and Crick, people will know who they are. They're the two men who are credited with discovering the structure of DNA. But if you say Rosalind Franklin, I don't think many people will know who that is. And she was also incredibly instrumental in the discovery of the structure of DNA. It was her X-ray crystallography photographs that were used by Watson and Crick, actually basically stolen by Watson and Crick, to discover this structure. So yeah, basically that's my take on this as both a feminist and a scientist. I don't know if I've mentioned this before on PersonsTwo, probably a while ago, but I'm a biochemistry student. Science is what I do. I'm a woman in science. And I think what we need to do is not try to convince girls that science is cool. We need to show girls who already think science is cool that it's okay for them to think that, and that it's great for them to think that. So that's my 2 cents. If you have thoughts and feelings on this, I'd love to hear them. And yeah, have a lovely week. I'll see you next week. Bye.